Tilly. I've just left London and I'm staying near Dover until tomorrow evening. I'm already missing home. I can't believe it's been 3 weeks already. Where does the time go? I've been so busy lately, probably the busiest I've ever been in my entire life. Things are pretty nice here, but I hear stories of the trenches and the gunfire, the mud, the rain, the rats, the diseases, the poor living conditions, and I just hope to God they aren't true. I won't know for a few days. I've been keeping my mind busy with things to do, and I often think of you all and miss you terribly. But I always think of the day that I return, and you will all be so proud of me. Tell Tilly she can have the chocolate under my pillow in my room. I won't be needing it. But enjoy it and treat it like gold, as the rations for chocolate have just got severely shortened due to a shipment being intercepted and destroyed by the Germans. I cannot talk too much about where I am, what I'm doing, as this letter is read. All I will say is that I'm okay. I love you all, and I can't wait to be with you again. Your loving son and brother, Michael Kep. A typical British soldier carried 220 rounds of ammunition, a short magazine Lee Enfield MK.3, a bayonet, one small entrenching spade, 2 gas helmets, 2 empty sandbags, a water bottle and rations, a waterproof cape, and a backpack, consisting of a total weight of 66 pounds, the same weight as an average 10-year-old boy. 1st of July, 1916. The Battle of the Somme has begun. 19,240 British soldiers lay dead on the battlefield on the first day, and 57,470 are injured. It's a terrible day in British history, and set a terrible fate for the future of the Somme. 2nd of July 1916. Dear Mum, Dad and Tilly, yesterday was the most horrific and upsetting day in my entire life. I can't believe the things I saw and what I've witnessed being here. As I write to you now, I'm lying on a wet, muddy floor in a crowded trench. My clothes are soaked, the food is scarce, the men are scared, and all I can hear is the sound of rats trying to nibble at whatever they can find. A lot of men have given up hope, and I'm sad to say so have I. There's a little bit of good news, however. We have managed to push the Germans back and have regained a lot of territory, but have sadly lost many along the way. I'm so cold right now, and I wish I was at home in my bed. Whatever happens to me, just know that I love you all so dearly. I will write again soon. I'm expected to go over to enemy lines at 4 AM. I better sleep. Your loving son and brother, Michael Kep. The war rages on, leaving hundreds of thousands dead and injured. The Allies managed to gain control of places. Tanks are used on the battlefield for the very first time. Many of them break down, and some can only achieve a maximum speed of 4 miles an hour. The total number of casualties exceed over 1 million men. The battle rages for 141 days, until finally it comes to an end. The 17th of November, 1916. Dear Mum, Dad and Tilly, I can't write for long as it is so cold. I can feel my fingers and toes going numb. I think we're nearly done here, I have heard that we have taken a lot of ground, and because of the weather conditions, it stopped the Germans dead in their tracks. Whatever happens now, only God decides. I must go now, as we are being asked to line up. Tomorrow we go over for a final time. I'm sorry this letter wasn't longer. I love you all with everything I have. Your loving son and brother, Michael Kep. To Mr. and Mrs. Kep. It is with great sadness that I have to tell you that Private Michael Kep has been killed in action on the 18th of November 1916. He was a valued soldier, and the British Army are proud and grateful for his service. His body will be flown back to your hometown, where it can then be collected. Our condolences to you and your family at this difficult time. Sergeant James H. Middleton, The War Office, London.
When Napoleon lay at Boulogne for a year with his flat-bottom boats and his grand army, he was told by someone, "There are bitter weeds in England." There are certainly a great many more of them since the British Expeditionary Force returned. Sir, I have myself full confidence that if all do their duty, if nothing is neglected, and if the best arrangements are made, as they are being made, we shall prove ourselves once more able to defend our island home, to ride out the storm of war, and to outlive the menace of tyranny, if necessary for years, if necessary alone. At any rate, that is what we are going to try to do. That is the resolve of His Majesty's government, every man of them. That is the will of Parliament and the nation. The British Empire and the French Republic, linked together in their cause and in their need, will defend to the death their native soil, aiding each other like good comrades to the utmost of their strength. We shall go on to the end. We shall fight in France. We shall fight on the seas and oceans. We shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender. And if, which I do not for a moment believe, this island or a large part of it was subjugated and starving, then our empire beyond the seas, armed and guarded by the British fleet, would carry on the struggle until, in God's good time, the new world, with all its power and might, steps forth to the rescue and the liberation of the old.